Real quick before we jump into the video, guys, for the rest of this year I'm going to be on a fundraising campaign to raise a minimum of £1,000 for the Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital. For more information on the charity and what it does, and for the donation links, please look in the description below. And thank you all for your continued support. Enjoy the show. What's going on, guys? Rumours teacher in the house, and I woke up to something very interesting this morning trending over on Twitter, and I'm starting to see this rumor mill of the Nintendo Switch Pro again. This is something that's kind of caught my attention. So originally when I clicked on it, I was kind of a little concerned, and then I see this Verge article appear. So new Nintendo Switch with 7-inch OLED screen coming this year, says a report. Samsung said to be providing the 720p panel. So we'll read a little bit of it and then I will show you exactly why I think this is skeptical. Nintendo is planning a release. It's an upgraded model of the Switch this year with an OLED screen, according to a new report in Bloomberg. Now I'm actually kind of glad they highlighted this for me, because it's pretty interesting. So we'll summarize it real quick. The report says the Samsung display is providing a screen, which is not too much of a surprise because Samsung OLED screens are generally a lot more durable than the current plasticky LCD panel that we have on our current Switches. It is set to go into mass production this June. Kinda would make sense, but we've not had an announcement on it. The current Switch is a 6.2-inch 720p LCD panel, while the Switch Lite's 5.5-inch 720 LCD. Nothing too surprising. Many Switch games struggle to hit the naive resolution in handheld mode, so the lack of an upgrade in resolution isn't a surprise. True. Bloomberg's report does note, however, the new Switch model will be capable of 4K graphics when hooked up to a TV. That will be very interesting to see how they do that, because the current chipset would be impossible to do that with. You can barely even hit 1080p with that, and most of these 720p's are 30 FPS. Like Pokemon, for example, Sword and Shield, the game is 720p 30 FPS. Zelda Breath of the Wild is 720p 30 FPS, right? So you're not even going to get 1080p 60 out of this, so I'll be very interested to see how they think you're going to get 4K. That's something else that already draws my skepticism. The report doesn't say a possible release date for the new Switch, but Bloomberg sources say that it'll come in time for the holidays and that displays will start shipping to the assemblers around July. The initial monthly target is set to be just under 1 million units. If last holiday sees anything to go by, Nintendo will want to make as many consoles as it possibly can. So, let's look at the actual Bloomberg report, and then we will talk about why I think this is already a skeptical problem. Now, when I've looked at this, there's something that's very alarming about this, and that is this so-called updated on the 4th of March this morning, literally about 3 hours ago, just over 3 hours ago, which is what started this whole thing trending on Twitter this morning. Now, what's interesting about this is the author here, the original author, Takashi Mochizuki, was the original author of a Bloomberg report that appeared in August of last year. It actually turns out it's the exact same report. Now, if you don't believe me, well, let me show you this. So this is the video from 8-Bit Eric. I said his name wrong twice now. I've actually re-recorded this video several times. 8-Bit Eric. And here's something very interesting. New report, 4K capable Nintendo Switch Pro will release in 2021. But pay attention to the date of this video. August 26th, 2020. Which is when this was first talked about a lot. There's even another video here, which is the same report 6 months ago from Nintendo Village. Exact same video, I watched it, it's the same thing. And it's all talking about a Bloomberg report. More Switch Pro rumors are afoot today, according to a new report from Bloomberg. A 4K Switch is coming in 2021. Now bear in mind, this video was released in August 2020. So, what is happening here is that The Verge, this article here, is a rehash of a previous rumor, leak, whatever you want to call it, from Bloomberg in August of 2020, and you guys have been caught out. So if you guys are hoping for a Switch Pro this year, it may well happen. I'm not saying it definitely isn't going to happen, But this article is very, very troubling, and this is clearly a rehash, a rumor mill that has been spreading that currently we don't have any confirmation of any accuracy on. Now, Nintendo had a direct recently in February, which would have been the perfect time to announce this new so-called Switch Pro or whatever it's called, at XL or V3, whatever. But we didn't get it. We did actually get new Monster Hunter hardware and Zelda Joy-Cons, but nothing about a potential Switch Pro. So it would feel a little bit strange that we would potentially get this alleged Switch Pro. That being said, though, it is very fan servicey. I would love an OLED screen on my Switch. It'd be way nicer than the crappy LCDs that we have right now, especially when kids play these consoles. Definitely need to consider that. Durability definitely helps us out. The thing also as well with OLED panels is they are a lot more efficient on your energy, so you've probably got a bit better battery life as well. So it's very fan servicey, but I'm not entirely convinced we're going to get the Switch Pro. Well, what are you guys' thoughts on it? Let me know. I would love to hear. Are we getting a Switch Pro this year? Or if we are getting a Switch Pro, when do you think we're going to get it? I'd love to hear from you. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Rumours Teacher. Stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.